Gus, Bruno, on that kind of topic, it ties into something you started off with, Bruno, around culture. What are you guys doing in your workplaces to enable the culture? Because there are some biases, stereotypes, and cultural pieces that are already in place that might be preventing and being unwelcoming, or there might be cultural biases that are preventing access to some of the workplaces. Are there examples of things you guys are doing?
I mean, I think I have an example, and no, it's a great way. I'm actually really interested in what Gus has to say, but I'll chime in just before that because he's got a bigger cultural pool than we do. But that being said, I mean, I look at it as culture and set an example as leaders. Leaders are who everyone looks up to within the organization, and I use a simple analogy as, for example, in our parking lot here, or anywhere in life. My wife taught me this, and when we first got married, it was always funny. Everywhere we go, no matter what, if there was trash on the ground, my wife would pick up the trash and she'd take it, put it in the garbage. So, I mean, next thing I noticed is I'm doing the same thing. And then, that's fine. And didn't realize much of it until someone made it a point. Whereas here at the office, every day, as I'm coming out of my vehicle, there's any trash, I pick up the trash, I bring it in the office, and I put it in. And the next thing you know, it is the team's doing it. So I'm like, it's just a matter of watching, and I take my wife as an example because in reality, she's my leader. She's the one that controls and understands the way I think. But I mean, if I can have a positive impact on with my wife, you can imagine the people that we hire and to go into that. So some of the things that we do is, for example, so we have an individual that's coming to us that's supposed to be landed as of May 1, but with the strike, so he's coming over from Saudi. I made it not a mandatory, but like we're going to bring him to the mosque. I'm going to introduce him to a bunch of friends within the community that know mosque. I brought him there. I've already introduced him to some of my great friends within the community that are part of that. We're having a welcoming party for Muhammad when he gets here. So it's like stuff like that. It really breaks the myth, or not the myth, but that stereotype. Because in all honesty, diversity is the coolest thing you can have in a culture, and to be open minded to what else is out there in the world. You'll be blown away by the experience you can have just through conversation. And because how we see it, and if you haven't left Canada, the world's a different place. It's not scary, it's cool. And if you can just sit there and listen to the people that are coming within and growing the community, we can be one of the best multicultural small Northern Ontario communities that have a lot to offer.
And that's the thing, is that I think there's also an opportunity for companies as a whole to also embrace the fact that they're opening the doors to learn from individuals. You're not just hiring people to tell them what to do. You're hiring people to enhance what you're doing, and for the most part, learning from them. I mean, I'm at the point now where I feel like I'm probably the less bright person of the whole team, because we've been able to attract such amazing talent, and we hire based on core values first, and then the skill secondary. Because the first step is we all got to get along, and it's got to be a pleasant place to work at where we can thrive in. But it's been awesome when you just transparently open that door to learning from people that are coming in. What comes out of it? I got a lot out of it. I know we do quite a bit of workshops with Eric, and some of the stuff that comes out is never in a million years, if we would have been in a voluntelling environment, that we would have ever unpacked that, because you end up promoting that group think rather than promoting external sources of information. So